This month, we're focusing on our hips. So let's quickly review those joints. As you probably already know, the hip joint is a ball and socket. It's a synovial diarthrotic joint, which means it is the most mobile type of joint in the human body. Because of this, sometimes we run into issues that allow our bodies to make too much or too little movement in certain directions. When we sleep, it is usually, and hopefully, for hours at a time. This is why the way we sleep is important. The position we sleep in impacts our bodies during the day and really all the time. Some people sleep on their stomach, some people sleep on their side, some in a twisted position with their arm over their head, and some on their backs. Let's look at this picture of a stomach sleeper and kind of see if we can figure out what's happening. So what I see is I notice the lateral rotation on the right-hand side of the body. I notice the knee position and the medial rotation that's happening on the other side at the foot. Think about how this would feel if we tried to do it standing up. It would twist our pelvis in opposite directions, and it would probably be pretty hard to do. And we haven't even considered the hip flexion. Now, to put the whole picture together, the face is being smashed into the pillow. The neck is very rotated. The shoulders aren't much better, right? The spine is a whole other consideration as well. But overall, if I slept like this for 8 hours, I know I would not wake up feeling my best. I think a lot of people, or at least people that I know, try to sleep on their back, and this seems like generally a good idea if it can be done in a more neutral way. If we look at this image on the far left, we can see how the legs are splayed outwards. They're in that lateral rotation, and the right arm is up above the head. I wanted to include all these images because people sleep in so many different ways. For example, maybe someone sleeps on their stomach or their side with one arm up in the air. This can pull on the lats, in addition to tensing up those upper shoulder muscles. Some people sleep on their back with their legs down, arms on their belly or at their sides, as if they're in Shavasana. This to me seems like the most appropriate sleeping position, but it's not always attainable. We can pay attention to how we feel when we wake up and probably deduce fairly accurately what position we have been sleeping in all night. Then we can tailor our own personal yoga practice accordingly.